Hey everyone, it's John here from MCKAY back with another video, and this video is going to be on some latest NHL news. If you're a new subscriber, welcome. Hit that like button, hit the notification bell, all that good stuff. Leave your thoughts in the comment section below. So, Nick Aube-Kubel on waivers by the Leafs and claimed by the Capitals today. I'm also going to talk about the Mitchell Miller situation with the Boston Bruins. I might touch on all this stuff around Leah Hextall right now, but I'm probably going to make more of a TikTok and a reaction to some other comments I've seen online. But just there's a lot of stuff right now in the NHL and some stuff that's controversial. And it's really unfortunate the Mitchell Miller thing is this situation right now, because I think the way it's been handled is really disappointing. I think overall, a situation like this probably warrants the player to sit out of hockey for a while and not be a part of professional hockey in any aspect. And the fact that we're seeing this guy signed to an entry-level deal with none of the steps taken, to be honest. So let's start with, it's not positive because it's there's not really any positive in this video. It's just more so news. You know, I discuss NHL news on it here. So Aube-Kubel claimed by the Capitals, as I said. He was placed on waivers. He only played 6 games and wasn't able to score with the Leafs, but 21 hits. I think if you looked at the Leafs, this is where it's just even worse. If you're looking at the Leafs, they've already been low on hit totals, and Aube-Kubel was one of the guys leading on hits. And he's a guy that was a good depth piece for Colorado, was a scratch down the line, but during the season was able to put up 22 points in 67 games as like a fourth liner. And he's only 26 years old. So I think for the Capitals, battling with injuries, no Tom Wilson, no Connor Brown, I think he'll provide some physicality in the bottom 6 for the Caps. So, I mean, we'll talk about it. Shout out to Jeremiah on Twitter. I was able to see your tweet this morning. But yeah, we'll talk about Aube-Kubel to the Caps more, but I think it could be a good fit. So we'll keep it at that. I do want to just have the one positive part in this video and just say that I met Joe Bowen last night. It was a big fanboy moment. I think it was pretty cool. Legendary. His son, great work with the Wolves as well this year. So I had to give the big shout. It's really cool that I met Joe Bowen and was able to chat with him. Definitely one of my idols in terms of trying to do commentary, trying to do hosting, trying to do all that good stuff. And definitely a legendary voice behind the mic. So wanted to shout it out in that aspect. So let's talk about this situation with Mitchell Miller. And I think overall, we're just going to pull up some quotes here. But yeah, so the Boston Bruins did sign Mitchell Miller to an entry-level deal. He was the USHL Player of the Year. And again, the fact that he's getting honors like that after what he did, again, go into, I've already talked about it in a past stream. And it's one of those things that I think initially, when the Coyotes drafted him, I thought when they were kind of put in the situation to renounce the pick, I didn't think this guy would be seen in NHL news for a very long time, like a few years at least. And we're still in 2022, and this is coming out. So Ty Anderson here saying, many Bruins fans have reached out to the team and fan relations today to express their disappointment with the decision to sign Mitchell Miller. There's been so many that fans are getting an auto reply informing them that they are experiencing higher than normal traffic. So yeah, it's pretty disappointing. I think a lot of fans are realizing it. And Arpin says, not seeing the words racist or racism anywhere. And I think that's where, I'll read the rest of the quote here, but I think that's where it's like even worse, is that it seems like there was racial motivations behind it as well. And for a kid, I'm calling it a kid because middle school, he was a kid. And for a kid to receive bullying through already his struggles in life, and the fact that there was also like racial motivation behind it. Like it's so upsetting to see this guy get the opportunity and not have, like, the fact that the organization didn't even reach out to the family and get to the bottom of it. And I think this one's the important one. So the child's mother, quoting here, saying, it was not a single incident. This was years and years of torment. What Mitchell did to my son isn't a mistake. It wasn't a one-time thing. And that's where it keeps being cited, and Mitchell posting that it was a mistake. It was that's the really upsetting part. And this is the quote from Gary Bettman. So the commissioner of the National Hockey League, guys, this is the quote. And I think Gary stepped up to the plate and hopefully will take some action here, saying, what I understand, I've heard through the media, what he did as a 14-year-old is reprehensible, unacceptable. Before the Bruins made the decision to sign him, we were not consulted. I happened to talk to Cam Neely since the time he was signed. He's not coming into the NHL. He's not eligible at this point to come into the NHL. I can't tell you that he'll ever be eligible to come into the NHL. If at some point they think they want him to play in the NHL, and I'm not sure they're anywhere close to that point, we're going to have to clear him and his eligibility. It will be based on all the information that we have firsthand at this time. So the answer is they were free to sign him to play somewhere else. That's another organization, but nobody should think at this point he's or may ever be NHL eligible, and the Bruins understand that. I think that's the big problem here. The fact that they were so, like, that's where it's like hockey comes first for this league, and it's all of major sports. You see, like, so many things come out in all of these major sports, and if the guy's skilled, if the guy's great, he'll get a contract. It doesn't matter what happened off the ice. He'll get a contract, and that's the really disappointing part. Nick Foligno and the Mitchell Miller signing, it's hard for us to swallow. I don't think any guy was too happy. And then Akeem Aliou coming out with NHL culture, like a coordinated Instagram apology by Mitchell Miller. Like, it's just a lot of this stuff seems really, really, really calculated. So also, I just wanted to say, like, go search up Patrice Bergeron's interview with Elliot Friedman. Like, Bruins players are not happy with this either. And I think regardless of what people want to say, oh, what else are they going to say? All these things, like, this is such a disappointing situation. More so the fact that the skill on the ice was prioritized here, and lazy. Like, I don't know what the rush was to sign this guy, man. If you want to try to take the steps with the guy, if the Bruins came out and said, I don't think this would be any better, but at least had they come out and had some more like responsibility behind it and go, we are a team that is interested in signing a player because of his abilities on the ice, but we do not feel it's appropriate right now to sign this individual because we need more steps to be taken, or some kind of verbal agreement. Like, this was an official statement, official thing right from the team. They are signing this guy and he's playing the AHL. He's going to be part of this organization. And I think that more so, as I said, the fact that it was all of the high, like, salary, like, bonuses, like the max, like, other teams were involved in this. Other teams wanted to sign this guy. There was obviously a lot of teams that weren't, but there were a lot of teams that were. And that, for me, is just, it speaks back to the hockey culture. So you can say whatever you guys want, but this is disgusting in a lot of ways. And I'm going to keep educating myself. I'm going to keep reading up on it. We all, obviously, I think a lot of us know at this point what initially happened. So it's really disappointing from the Bruins organization, but more so, I think, disappointing in hockey culture that there's a lot of other teams. It wasn't just the Bruins that were trying to get this guy. So let me know what you guys think. This is a whole different topic, but I also think when we're talking about inclusion in the NHL and inclusion in hockey, when we've talked about broadcasters and getting more diversity, and I think the directions of hockey culture needs to be way better. I'm going to be making a video on there's been a lot of criticism towards Leah Hextall in recent days. I do believe that, and I have, like, classmates, I have peers that I went through sport media with, like, I want to see more female. I want to see more women broadcasting. Like, I want to see it. But I think the problem is like when we're lazy in the process of bringing the right people in. So I'll make the TikTok talking about it, but I do think that representation in this league and representation all around needs to be way better in major sports. But an actual effort, like a constant, genuine effort to make sure the best people are behind the mic, the best people are in this sport, and all around. So that's what I think. I want the sport to go in that direction. I love this game. I want there to be way better representation all around. And very unfortunately, I think when we're talking about representation, great representation in our league all around with players, staff, everything. This Bruins decision today, or yesterday, I guess, and now is just extremely disappointing. So let me know what you guys think. If you want to subscribe, I appreciate it. Like, all that good stuff. I do appreciate you listening to the chat. So hope to see you more on the channel, and leave your thoughts, respectful comments, and respectful criticism. I mean, criticism, how respectful can it be sometimes? But I would say have some criticism, and even like there's certain ways of going about things. I always say, like, you could have criticism towards, so when we're talking about like broadcasters, like, have criticism, but it doesn't mean you need to cross certain lines. So I'm going to talk about it more on the TikTok. I just wanted to make sure that I'm completely making my comments clear in saying that what I think happened here is really disappointing. So, all right, guys, we'll chat soon. Sorry, I rambled on a little bit at the end there, but thank you for listening, and I'll see you soon. Peace.